Hey guys, hope you're having a good day today. Today I have a special video. It's about the Space Marine Renegade chapter that I've been working on, called the Crimson Dawn. In this video I'm going to be breaking down the chapter organization and the lore behind it and stuff like that. Alright, let's get into it. The Crimson Dawn Renegade Space Marine chapter. We can start with the death row. Here we have 3 space marines that are wanted by the Imperium because they're sheer havoc they've been raising throughout the galaxy. First we have Legion Master Ishidor Suros. He's pretty much the original Legion Master of the Blood Angels during the pre-heresy and Great Crusade. He led the Blood Angels before Sanguinius. I'm not sure what happened to him after the heresy lore-wise, but I'm assuming his gene seed was recovered, and so I just used that lore behind it and pretty much made a model representing him after the heresy. By that I pretty much can say his gene seed was implanted into another space marine and was his successor and stuff, and he was basically revived by Aster Crone, which is now the chapter master of the Crimson Dawn. I made a video on Aster Crone. You can see what he looks like, and pretty much Aster Crone is wanted because he left the Imperium because he didn't view their ways of change any better than what happened to him during the coming of Sanguinius. So he pretty much left because he was already exiled and not wanted by his legion anyways. So he went ahead and made his own chapter of space marines that are still loyal to the Imperium in a way where they don't want to deal with chaos. So yeah, Aster Crone is the chapter master of the Crimson Dawn. And another thing is the Crimson Dawn, the way I came up with it is I'm a big fan of Star Wars, and in Star Wars Darth Maul has his own group called the Crimson Dawn, which is pretty much a crime syndicate of different organizations, and by that I use that for my chapter. In a way, Aster Crone allows other Space Marine chapters to join, and 2 of them that I've included into the chapter that have joined are the Night Lords and the World Eaters. I chose the Night Lords because they essentially represent the not chaos, but they, after the heresy, they essentially just went renegade. They didn't want to join chaos, and they denied chaos, and from that they allowed themselves to become mercenaries and stuff like that, and so I used that lore to include into my chapter. So the Crimson Dawn recruited Night Lords. And as far as the World Eaters, if I remember correctly, Sergeant Skane, he was a sergeant of the Destroyer Squad during the the Horus Heresy. And so what I'm assuming is a lot of the World Eater Destroyer squads were still loyal to the Imperium, but still exiled from the Imperium. So I pretty much used them in my chapter as well, and they joined the Crimson Dawn. So we have the kind of went off on about that. Sorry about that. So we have the chapter master Aster Crone, Death Captain. He's pretty much a model for me. Then next we have the Order of Blood. So most Space Marine chapters, they have, I believe, 10 companies of 100 Space Marines. Well, my Space Marine chapter has only 3 companies, called the Order of Blood. The reason why I only have 3 is because during the Great Crusade, Sanguinius had his three spheres, and within his 3 spheres was the first sphere was his bodyguards, the Cherubim, the Destroyer squads, the Angels Tears, the Sanguinary Guard, and the second sphere was pretty much his captains, and the third sphere was his sergeants and his other centurions, I believe. I could be wrong about that, but anyways, I pretty much brought that back into my Space Marine chapter because Aster Crone, he is over 10,000 years old, so he has the memories from what it was originally organized during his time. So I thought it'd be cool to bring that back within this chapter. So let's get into the Order of Blood. The first sphere, I call them the Red Tier. They're pretty much my special units, like my Destroyer squads, my Terminators, my veteran jump assaults, and those types of units. And my second sphere, oh yeah, wait, let me go back to that. Basically, the first sphere also represents the Blood Angels, just to distinguish the 3 chapters that I'm going to be using. And the second sphere, we have the Nightbloods. Essentially, they're my air assault or my jump assault units, and they're going to be represented by the Night Lords. And the Night Lords, because they heavily rely on jump assault units, and I thought it'd be cool to do that for the Crimson Dawn, to have it be like a little bit thematic. Then we have the third sphere, the Crimson Gladiators. They're pretty much my ground assault units, my regular Terminator squads, my assault intercessors, and whatever else that aren't really, that much higher ranked. All 3 spheres are pretty much used, and each one has a special stratagem. They can for I don't know if I can use, but anyways, we can go into the lore. We have the pretty much lore for my chapter that I came up with. It could be changing, I could be adding more, who knows. We'll see. If you guys want more videos on the chapter lore, let me know in the comments. Alright, let's get into it. For more than 10,000 years, the Angels of Blood have raised their banners across the galaxy, but one banner that's been exiled since the Great Crusade of the infamous Revenant Legion of the original Immortals of the Ninth. Originally led by Thunder Terminator plated monster Ishidor Asuros, the first Legion Master of the Blood Angels. Under the command of this brutal leader was a vicious killer amongst killers. Aster Crone, the Ghost of Scythe. Aster Crone was a centurion in the Blood Angels Legion, 94th Company during the Great Crusade, had earned a reputation for surviving the most hazardous war zones. This is a picture of Aster Crone right here. As you can see, Aster Crone, he has this half-death mask, pretty much. After the Battle of Cygnus, I believe, he was the only survivor to come out of the burning ashes, and he was in it for like 3 days or something like that, and his throat was messed up and damaged, and he managed to survive. So yeah, he is a survivor, as the lore portrays him as. Aster Crone, a veteran of the Blood Angels. Crone served in the Revenant Legion in the days before the coming of Sanguinius. Recruited from the killing fields of Scythe as a child, it is said none survived the massacres and slaughter of Aster Crone. He was among the few of his tribe from the wastes of his homeworld survived recruitment into the Legion. He became known for his survival skills and his bloody-minded tenacity that defied belief even within the 9th Legion upon the coming of Sanguinius, and the reformation of the Legion from a force of bloodthirsty killers to that of noble warriors, thus wandering as a lone Moritat of the Legion of Blood, an outcast within the Legion of a time better left forgotten. This right here is a model of Aster Crone that I made for Warhammer 40k. This is him after retrieving the Primaris technology from a loyalist Primaris chapter that his chapter essentially annihilated and destroyed, and stole their technology and war gear and reused it for themselves. So pretty much the Crimson Dawn are space pirates in a way, and by doing that they were able to become Primaris Marines. And I still use the Primaris rules for my chapter and still use Primaris models and everything, but still use Heresy era parts and stuff like that. Okay. Aster Crone during the War on Cygnus was one of the few Blood Angels to maintain his sanity and not succumb to the red thirst, and to live and survive the battle. Outcasted and forgotten, his deeds and leadership on Cygnus would never be remembered. Exiled from his legion once more, Aster set sail to the stars, creating his own chapter, the Crimson Dawn. This is pretty much the symbol of the Crimson Dawn, the Destroyer symbol. The Destroyer symbol was used by all the legions and essentially not used anymore by the Loyalist Imperium in the 41st millennium. Gilliman banned it because he deemed it too destructive and whatnot. And since Aster Crone was a Moritat and was usually assigned or accompanied with the destroyer units, the Angel Tears, since the destroyers were banned and whatnot, destroyers were essentially outcasted too. So Aster Crone was able to recruit destroyer units from other chapters to pretty much to fill up his chapter, to build up his forces in a sense. By doing that, he was able to recruit other loyalist destroyer units from the World Eaters, maybe some from the Night Lords, but then again, the Night Lords were always Renegade. But yeah, that's pretty much how I came up with the symbology for my chapter, and how I'm able to revive the destroyer squads, and a lot of my units will represent those destroyer squads from the Heresy. Crone is a natural-born survivor, massacres bloody battlefields, and slaughters untold. This is a Marine who just gets through everything and still looks good doing so. He is over 10,000 years old, maintained by blood, and renewed by becoming a Primaris Marine after recovering the technology from fallen loyalist chapters that was annihilated by him and his chapter, and taking what they can recover from their enemies, war gear, and continuing the crusade for unity. More pictures for Crone. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for the lore for the Crimson Dawn. I might make more lore up if you guys want to see that. Please like and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think of this video. And I'll be posting more videos soon on the update on my chapter. Now let's get through these pictures. Sorry if I'm going through them a little fast. It's just a lot of them. Yeah, this model took me about a year to make, but putting it together took me about a week or so. Anyways, but yeah, here's the model itself again. Another thing is, during the Great Crusade, Crone wielded two flame pistols. But after turning Primaris, he gave up his title and Centurion title of that. And now he wields his power axe from the Great Crusade, and the new Primaris Combi Flamer, to keep with that tradition of the Flamer. But anyways, guys, sorry if this video was too long, and hopefully it made sense. And if you guys want more videos like this, please let me know. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and bye.